sama lubarku I zaljubila igra.
Fresh mussels are a favorite beginning to a meal in coastal Dalmatia, especially since they grow in abundance beneath docks and piers. In harbor villages, it's not uncommon to see children and adults splashing around in the marina, gripping the side of the dock with one hand while pulling mussels from under the surface with the other. And that's just what Gule did today. After he'd harvested about 5 pounds of mussels, he gave them a good roughing up in loose pebbles and seawater on the beach to get them clean. We're going to watch him prepare the mussels in the simplest, most common Dalmatian cooking technique for shellfish and crustaceans. The technique is known as Buzaru, and while there are many variations on Buzaru, all involve olive oil, wine, garlic, breadcrumbs, and fresh herbs. We'll definitely have more on Buzaru in the future, but today we're going to focus on the exquisitely simple pleasure of mussels Buzaru, known in Dalmatia as Dagnje na Buzaru. Once the pan is scorching hot, Gule adds the mussels. 1 pound per person is a healthy estimate since most of the weight comes from shell. Before you cook the mussels, be certain that all of the shells are shut tight and discard the open ones. To the mussels, he adds about 3/4 of a cup of olive oil, 1/4 cup of fresh chopped parsley, and around 12 cloves of fresh chopped garlic. You can use less or more garlic according to your taste, of course, but we think there's no such thing as too much garlic. Relax and enjoy a few more sips of wine as you allow the mussels and oil to absorb the heat from the pan. As the aroma of sea minerals and garlic builds in the air, you may notice that your guests begin talking and smiling a little more. This is normal and nothing to worry about. Once the mussels begin to open, give them a healthy stir. When you're certain that the garlic, oil, and parsley have made it into the shells with the meat, tamp the mussels level. Now add 1 1/4 cups of white wine and season with coarse sea salt and freshly ground pepper. Remember to go pretty lightly with the salt, as fresh mussels from the sea come pre-seasoned. As for wine, an inexpensive Pinot Grigio, Sauvignon Blanc, or Riesling will suffice if you can't find Croatian Kraševina. Allow the mussels to simmer for a few minutes until all of the shells have opened, stirring them occasionally. Return the pan to a high flame for the last stage of the cooking. It's absolutely imperative that the mussels are completely cooked, but using a fast high flame for the last stage ensures that this is achieved quickly without overcooking and making the meat chewy. Now sprinkle 1/2 to 3/4 cup of breadcrumbs over the mussels. This will thicken the broth slightly and give it something to cling to on the meat. Stir the breadcrumbs in thoroughly, allowing them to mix into the broth and enter the shells. And that's how to prepare mussels Buzaru. Nothing more, nothing less. Whether you wish to eat with fork or fingers, serve the mussels with white wine and fresh bread to soak up the broth. If you come across any mussels that haven't opened, discard them. They are unfit for eating. Thanks for watching Dalmatian Cooking, and we hope to see you again soon. Dobar tek I vidimo se.
Viena